Yo, what's good, people? It's your boy, the Kryptonian Saiyan, bringing you a review for One Piece chapter 140. Now, this chapter, I'm impressed with it, man. I'm impressed. I'm a sucker for a good backstory, man. I'm a sucker for like some comedy and anything that's got some Nami in it, and I'm a sucker for it. So I'm gonna go ahead and give this one. I'm gonna give this one 5 out of 5. Normally I say the fives for some epic shit, but I'm gonna give this one 5 out of 5 because this is one of those chapters I read and I was smiling throughout it, man. I was smiling throughout it. I loved it, man. I particularly love this scene right here where Nami is talking with Chopper, right? And I'm just gonna go through the whole conversation, right? Because it's just beautiful. Nami gets asked, "So you're pirate?" She says, "That's right." "Really? Do you have a pirate flag?" And she says, "Our ship does." And you can just tell from her body language that she's curious about them. And that's what she asks. She's like, "Are you interested in pirates?" And the thing I like about Nami is like she did a lot of reading and she did a lot of charting maps and stuff. So she's probably good at people. And even though you can tell she's getting annoyed, where she says, "Okay, I'm sorry, I'm asked," she just flips the switch and she says, "So do you want to come along?" And just look at Chopper's face. Chopper, he reminds me of Luffy so much. Like, I really hope he joins, and like I could see their interactions just being fucking crazy. Like on the levels of this type of shit where they're just getting chased around, Luffy's chasing them. Like I could just see this, but his eyes, it just reminds me how the Luffy would make that expression. And Nami says, "I mean, sail the ocean with us. Want to come? I'd really appreciate it if we had a doctor with us. I wouldn't have to stay here for 3 more days, and we could really use a doctor." And Chopper automatically shoots it down because he says he can't live for humans. And we know that's because of his backstory. But just that one scene right there, that was just so touching. And the thing is Nami takes a different approach to recruiting than Luffy. Luffy, in the beginning of the chapter, he's like, old hags, just join. Nami, I don't think she was seducing like the witch doctor was saying. I don't think that was the case. But Nami was just being friendly. She was being herself. And that's how you win people over. Luffy is being himself, true. Like, I'm not saying that he isn't, but sometimes the direct approach isn't the best one to take. And, Nami's taking it in a very subtle way. She's reeling them in. And that's something I think women do a better job than men. I say 90% of women are better when it comes to communication in that aspect than men. Sometimes we can be a little too direct. Or we can compartmentalize a little too much. Sometimes it's better to look at everything as the big picture. And this is the thing. Like with Luffy, when Luffy did it right away, like he's just getting into this, like, okay, old hag just joined. And if you'll look, that's when she says, "I'm still in my What's up, people? Yo, I don't know what's going on with my camera, man. So let me try and pick up where I left off, man. I was saying I think that about 90% of women are better when it comes to not recruiting, conversations instead of men, because a lot of times we look at things bit by bit by bit. Studies have shown men are more likely to compartmentalize, whereas women take everything all as the whole. And if you just look at how Luffy recruits and Nami recruits, Luffy is right to the point. Sometimes being blunt to the point isn't the best way. And with Luffy, if you look right here, it's the way he goes about it, in the language. Again, like one of the things I noticed in my sociology studies, I didn't major in sociology, I took a lot of sociology classes, is that women are more conscious of the types of words that they choose. They pay more attention to language. Luffy automatically just says, "Old hag," Sanji, "Old crone." And that's why she's getting pissed off. She says, "Watch your mouth. I'm still in my perky 130s." Like that's interesting because, again, like they say the silver tongue is the gift of a good politician. If that's the case, then Nami would be better off being a politician. Or not, fuck that. Nobody got Usopp when it comes to just spinning some shit out their ass, But Nami has that caring type of approach. I know she can be a bit of a hard ass. We've seen her knock Luffy upside the head when he was doing some stupid shit. But for the most part, she's got a very big heart. And just moving aside on that, like I thought that was a really, really big aspect of this chapter is Chopper just gets introduced and right away you feel for him as a reader. And that's, I mean, I'm a sucker for a good backstory because he was born different. And that's a shonen trope, don't get me wrong, to be the outcast and nobody really likes you, they turn their back on you. I mean, we've seen it over and over and over where because you're different and because you're different, people don't accept you, and it's just human nature. Man fears what it can't understand, and it hates what it can't conquer. That's why a lot of wars have been started because of differences, and it goes back to what I said before. Paying attention to the types of words that you use can go a very long way. But getting into Chopper's story, so because he automatically looked different, and because he had a blue nose, his own family rejected him. Then when he ate the devil fruit, they definitely just cast him out, right? And then when he goes to humans, they thought he was the abominable snowman. That was funny. But they thought he was the snowman, and they tried to kill him, and they chased him out. And Chopper, while he says he can't live with humans, for some reason he's with the witch doctor. And it says a lot about her character that she was able to heal as much of the hurt in his heart as she's been able to because he's staying with her and he's learned medicine. So it says a lot. And I'm really interested to see how those two linked up. That's going to be really, really key. I'm thinking that she had a relationship, not a romantic one, maybe a platonic relationship with the person that took in Chopper, the one that gave him his name. But I'm really, really interested to see how that works in that dynamic because they have really good chemistry together. But the other thing with that is we see the layers being peeled back little by little. I think Luffy in some kind of way, by chasing him, trying to make reindeer meat out of him, and Sanji trying to make like some jerky out of his ass, stamina building jerky for Nami. Like, I think even with that interaction is causing those walls to break down. I think Nami is the one that just took the C4 and just hit it. I thought this was really good, man. So Chopper is definitely going to be the one that joins because he can do medicine. He's got a devil fruit. He acts like Luffy. I said it in the last chapter review. I'm definitely saying it now. Like, he's going to be one that joins the crew. But this was the thing with that. I think that Chopper has some type of history of Wapol too, and if that's the case, this is gonna be really, really interesting to see how Oda just kind of weaves those webs together. Because on one hand, if it's something cliche like he killed or had Chopper's, the guy that took him in, if he killed that person, then I'm calling bullshit. That's shonen trope cliche, but I'm not going to do it until I see how Chopper handles it. Because if he's like out for revenge and all this other stuff, and that doesn't seem like Oda's writing style. Just let me say that. It doesn't seem like it, but it is a shonen thing. Look at Nami. That was cliche as hell. Like, all on killed, Bell, and Nami was out for revenge. But it's the way that he crafted that story together, and the way that we saw Nami just breaking down little by little that made it work. So if he does something like this, then I'll totally buy into it. But, overall, this is a really good chapter, man. I'm not sure if there was anything I kind of left out on this. I'm kind of thumbing through right now. Didn't really think the whole thing with the castle being covered in snow was like the inside. I think that was very important. But I did like the old lady kind of chasing them around, taking up for, Chopper, saying if you try to cook him, I'll cook you before you can cook him. I thought that was pretty cool. Like I said, just the dynamic between the two, that's what I'm really interested in. My chapter question for you all, it's going to be a bit of a personal one, right? I didn't offer any personal stuff on my end, so I'll do that after I ask the question. But was there ever a moment where it was hard for you to trust people again? Were you able to get past whatever hurt was with you? For me, I've talked in passing through different reviews, like I'm talking passing through different reviews about like my last girlfriend, right? And the reason why I've done it is because I can say like that's I can say I was in love with her, and because of some stuff that I did, I ended up hurting her, and hurting her made it hurt me, and I've been reluctant to even get back into another relationship because I've had opportunities. I've had women, show interest in me, but I don't know, like, and for me, like I said, just dealing with that, like it's been almost a year. You know what I'm saying? Like, our shit broke up. Around, hell, it's been a year. Fuck. So that's what I'm saying. Some wounds, even self-inflicted ones, they take a long time to heal. But let me know in the comment section below, man. But if you liked anything I had to say, make sure you hit that like button, comment, rate, subscribe, share. I will greatly appreciate it. That's it. Thanks for watching. Have an awesome day.
灰色の人